Hey, what's up? I'm the Ragged Raccoon, and welcome to Tier Shift, the series where I take a low-tier Pokemon and bring it up to a higher tier. We're using the Qwilfish team from the last episode again, and let's see how we do. So, we look at the team, we see a Beedrill, a Magnezone, a Dragonite, a Fortress, a Zapdos, and a Weavile. So, I think I want to lead off with Latios, running the Trick Scarf. None of these sets have changed from the last episode. He leads off with the Fortress. I'm predicting that he goes for a Stealth Rock. I'm just going to go for a Trick. I get his Cussed Up Berry. He goes for the Stealth Rock. He's locked into that now. So I'm basically free to go out into whatever I want. He has to switch. And I think I'm just going to stand and go for an Ice Beam though. He goes into the Weavile. Probably should have switched out, because now I'm Pursuit Trapped. I'm just going to go for a Draco Meteor. He outspeeds me. He kills me with a knockoff. It was worth a try. It's a bad play on my part. Very bad play. I'm going to go into the Qwilfish. And I'm just going to go for a Thunder Wave. Slow this thing down. He goes for the Magnezone, so Thunder Wave doesn't do anything. I'm going to switch into Heatran here. He's probably going to Thunderbolt or Volt Switch. He goes for the Volt Switch, okay. He goes out into the Fortress. I'm going to go for a Fire Blast. Makes it sturdy, he endures the hit. He sets up a layer of spikes. Go for another Fire Blast. Miss it. So he has 2 layers of spikes and Stealth Rocks. I don't have a Defogger or a Rapid Spinner on this team. And I missed Fire Blast again. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a pickle right now because of that. But whatever, we'll make it work. Let's see, what does he want to switch into? He brings in the Beedrill. I'm hoping he goes for a Protect. I'm just going to go for a Stealth Rock here. He goes with Protect, so the Stealth Rocks are on the field on his side now. And I'm just going to go for a Fire Blast. He'll probably go for a Knockoff or a Drill Run. He goes for the Drill Run, takes out the Heatran. I'm going to go out into Lopunny. Takes a lot from Stealth Rocks and Spikes. Protect. And then I'm just going to go for the Protect. Fake Out. Mega Evolve Fake Out. Should do a lot. He goes for the Protect. Alright. That's fine, I guess. I don't really have anything to do. I'm going to go into Qwilfish again, try to get this to lower its attack. He goes for the U-turn. Doesn't do all too much. He has his Magnezone out again. So I'm just going to go for a Pain Split, because that's the best thing I could do, probably. He Volt Switches, it takes down Qwilfish with a crit. Let's see, what does he want to go out into? He goes into the Beedrill. I'm going to go out into Thundurus. I'm just going to go for a Thunder Wave to paralyze it, because he outspeeds. And if I get this paralyzed, Lopunny should be able to at least do a lot of damage to the rest of his team. Because I believe it outspeeds Weavile, outspeeds the rest of his team, except Magnezone, which is probably Scarfed. He goes for the Protect. He sees the Thunder Wave. So I think he's probably going to switch out. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch here. He actually goes for the Poison Jab. Alright. So I misplayed there. Go into the Hoopa. And I basically lose. Fire Punch. He kills the Hoopa. If I went for that second Thunder Wave. He goes into Zapdos. I bring out Lopunny. And I can't really do... I mean, I can take out everything except Beedrill, essentially. So, yeah, I'm going to lose to that. Don't even take down the Zapdos. He takes me to Thunderbolt. And that's the first game done already. So we lost that one. First lost with this team. We're going to go again, though. I'll see you in that next battle. Alright, so we're in the next battle here. We see an Azumarill, a Heatran, a Starmie, a Charizard, a Serperior, and a Kyurem Black. So, once again, I think I want to lead with the Latios. Probably not the best play, but it's an overall solid Pokemon. So he brings it. He has his Starmie out. I'm just gonna try to go for a Draco Meteor, and it barely misses the kill. But he goes into Life Orb damage, so it's not what I would have wanted to happen, but you know, what are you gonna do? It could have been a lot worse. He could have actually taken down Latios. Now we have it a switch fodder, basically. And I'm gonna bring in Lopunny on this, assuming he's gonna go for Stealth Rock, which he does. So Latios can't switch back in, but if like I need something to switch in, I could just use that. So we pop his balloon with the fake out, he flinches, and I'm just gonna go for a high jump kick. He might switch into the Azumarill. He doesn't though. I take out the Heatran. Let's see what he wants to switch in onto this. Mega Lopunny is such a good... He switches... Alright, he switches in the Azumarill. I think I'm just going to try to go for a return. Just 62%. He goes for the knockoff, so that was a big misplay on his part. He probably predicted me to switch out. So he switches into Kyurem Black. I go for a turn. I'm going to go for a high jump kick now. Because he already kills me. So that's a Scarf one. I'm just going to switch into Heatran. Because it resists the Outrage. And should be able to kill with a Flash Cannon. Ooh, that's a crit. Does a lot of damage. Yep, okay, that kills. So let's see what he wants to bring in. He brings in the Charizard. I'm gonna send out Latios, the switch fodder. Oh, I can see what kind of Mega he is. He's Mega X, he goes for the Dragon Dance. Alright, that's scary. What I can do is go into Thundurus and just go right up for a Thunder Wave, which is what I'm gonna do. Try to get the paralysis, or gonna get the paralysis. So that way he's significantly slower, and Hoopa can come in and take him out. He goes for Flare Blitz, it takes out Thundurus, takes a good amount of damage back. I'm gonna go into Hoopa. And just go for a Hyperspace Fury. So that barely just avoids taking out Charizard, which is really unfortunate. And so he has his Serperior and his Azumarill left. I'm gonna go into Heatran. I really can't do anything to it. I think I've lost this battle too. Ooh, I outspeed and take it out. Alright, so he didn't go for the Aqua Jet. So I might have a chance depending on what hidden power he runs on his Serperior. And assuming I don't miss a Fire Blast. He goes for the Glare, he paralyzes me, so if I could... Oh, doesn't break through. Okay. Go for another Fire Blast. He goes for Leaf Storm, I take it. If I hit this, I think I can win. Boom. Take him out. Alright. So there we have a win, and I'll see you guys in our next battle. Okay, we're back, and we're looking at the other team. We see a Starmie, a Weavile, a Conkeldurr, a Manectric, a Tyranitar, and an Excadrill. So, a lot of big, scary Pokemon. I'm going to lead with the Qwilfish. See what he starts with. He starts off with the Conkeldurr. So, I'm going to go for a Taunt on this. See what he wants to do. He goes straight up for a knockoff, gets a crit. And I'm just going to Pain Split that. And he might want to switch in his Tyranitar or his Excadrill. Oh, he doesn't. So he goes for a Poison Jab, which I resist. And I think I'll just switch into Latios. Because he's probably going to go for that again. He switches out, actually goes into Starmie. I'm going to try again and go for a Draco, even though I should have learned my lesson last time. He goes for the Cosmic Power. Alright, that's kind of scary, I guess. I'm going to go for another Draco. It takes out the Starmie. Latios needs to get switched back out now, but that's okay. He's probably going to bring in Weavile, Pursuit Trap me. Yep. So, that's where we lose Latios. I'm going to switch in Qwilfish. He doesn't have the Pursuit. Let's see what he wants to do then. So he goes for the knockoff. I don't take a lot of damage because I already have my item knocked off. And he's intimidated. And I'm just going to go for a Thunder... Did I go for Thunder Wave? I think I went for Thunder Wave. He goes for the Manectric. Alright, that's not good. So now his Manectric's stronger. I don't have anything else to switch in on that right now. So I'm just going to go for a Waterfall. Kind of let Qwilfish go down. He might predict the switch and not use Thunderbolt or Volt Switch. Well, let's see what happens. So he Megas. His Intimidate goes off. He goes for Thunderbolt, which takes down Qwilfish. But I'm going to go into my Lopunny, which I believe speed ties with Mega Manectric. I'm going to go for a Fake Out here, which should do a lot. So it does 30%. We have the same speed, so we will be speed tying. I don't think he could take me out. I'm going to go for a return here. He wins the speed tie. He does not take me out, and I take him out with a return, which was a really close call. He goes into the Weavile. He's just going to Ice Shard and kill me. Yep, there's the Ice Shard. I'm going to go to Heatran here. And I'm just going to go for a Flash Cannon, because Flash Cannon hits 2 of his Pokemon. He goes for Low Kick, does a lot. That's unfortunate. He's Focus Sash Weavile. So, yeah. I'm going to go... What do you think here? Yeah, I'm just going to go into Latios. I'm just going to Ice Beam it. He goes for Ice Shard, does a lot. And he's sending the Conkeldurr. I'm just going to send in Hoopa. He's probably going to go for like a knockoff or something. Yep. It does not take out the Hoopa even with the crit. And I don't think I could live a Mach Punch though. But he doesn't go for it. I go for the Zen Headbutt. He gets taken out. And now I have the Assault Vest because of Magician. So when I don't have an item and I do contact damage or something like that. So most physical moves, I get their item. I think that's how it works. He's into the Excadrill. I'm going to go for a Fire Punch here. Let's see what he has. He goes to the Iron Head, takes me out. I'm going to go back into Latios. I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam. He might want to switch into his Tyranitar. And I'll see what happens. So he's thinking. He doesn't know what he wants to do. So he stays in. He takes 41%. But I get the freeze, which is a huge hacks. Really unfortunate for him. But he thaws out now. He goes to the Iron Head, takes me out. So I just have my Thunderous now. So I'm going to have to go for the Hidden Power Ice, and hopefully I'll be able to take down that Tyranitar. If I don't, that's really unfortunate, but this was a close game right here. So he's forced to go into his Tyranitar, which will have a lot of special defense, which is unfortunate for Thunderous, being a special attacker. And Tyranitar is also very strong, and Thunderous doesn't have the best physical defense. So I'm just going to have to go for Thunderbolts and hope for the best. So that's his 30%. He goes for Stone Edge and takes me out. So there's this game. It was a really close game. And we still have one more for this session. I'll see you during that battle. Alright, we're back, and we look at the other team. We see an Altaria, a Sableye, a Heatran, a Skarmory, a Serperior, and a Tentacruel, so a solid team. I know I need Heatran to get rid of for that Mega Altaria, because Mega Altaria is so hard to beat. It's such a good Pokemon. I'm gonna lead with I think I'm gonna lead with Lopunny for this, in case he leads with Sableye or something. He actually leads with the Altaria, so I'm gonna Mega Evolve and use Fake Out, because he's probably gonna Mega Evolve too. So he Megas, I get the Fake Out, just 17%, so not that much. And I'm just going to switch right into Heatran. He goes for the turn, I resist that 4 times. And I think he's probably going to switch out. So I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock here. He goes into Tentacruel. I think I'll just go for an Earth Power. He's probably going to want to go for Rapid Spin. Yep, there's the Rapid Spin. Doesn't do anything. And now I think he's probably going to want to Scald. So I'm going to go into Latios. There's the Scald. Doesn't do anything. He does get the burn, which is unfortunate. And I'm going to go for a Psyshock here. He goes into the Heatran. He takes that really well. Don't know what he's going to do now. We switch back into Lopunny. He goes for the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for a Fake Out, just to get that damage. He goes back into Altaria. I think I'm just going to go for an Ice Punch. I think that's probably my best play. It doesn't do all too much. He roosts. Yeah, it didn't do anything. I'm going to switch back into Heatran. He goes for another return. And I'm going to go for a Fire Blast this time. He stays in. He goes for another return. And I'm going to Flash Cannon him. Now he switches back into Tentacruel. Doesn't take anything from that. I'm going to Hoopa Unbound and hope that he doesn't get a Scald Burn. He gets a crit and a burn. Alright. That's cute. So I'm just going to go for a Zen Headbutt. He switches. Goes into his Heatran. I can't do anything, especially now that I'm burnt. And that's really unfortunate. Now he switches into that. And I go down to the burn. So I'm going to go back into Latios. And because I have that Scarfed Ice Beam. And that's what I'm going to do. He switches out. So his team's very good against mine, in case you haven't noticed. I built this team just before I started battling with it. No testing. Because that's what I like to do for these kinds of things. Just throw some Pokemon together. Hope it works. See if it works. So I'm going to go on to Qwilfish now, because of its water typing. He goes for the Lava Plume. Doesn't get the burn. And I'm going to go for a Waterfall. He switches out, goes into a Superior, which takes that very well. I'm just going to go into Latios again. It does not take that Leaf Storm well at all. Just goes down to it. Now I could switch into my Lopunny freely and go for a Fake Out. And let's see what he does. He goes into a Skarmory. It takes nothing from that Fake Out. I'm going to go into Thundurus. Takes 25 from... Oh, gets Whirlwind down. Alright. That's fine, I guess. I'm just going to go for a straight up high jump kick. Does 39%. That's a good amount. He takes up... Heat Train comes in. I'm just going to go for a Fire Blast. If I'm lucky, he won't switch into Tentacruel. Or go into Heat Train. He goes into Tentacruel. So... He takes not enough, because he regains a lot of it. I'm just going to go for another Earth Power. Just see if I could whittle away at this. Because if I could keep Lopunny and Thundurus alive, I should be able to do a good amount to everything. Like right now, I'm going to go into my Lopunny and just go for a Fake Out. Because I think this thing is specially defensive. So Fake Out will do a lot. Yeah, it takes it out. And we know that High Jump Kick does do a good amount to Skarmory. And I think his Skarmory's probably not running Brave Bird. I want to say that, but I could also be very wrong. But he didn't use it against Lopunny the first time. He went straight for a Whirlwind. Like that there. So now Thundurus comes out. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. And just kind of send in Qwilfish right here after this. Actually, now I'm going to go right into Lopunny. So they're taking a lot from Rock's damage, which is really unfortunate. I'm going to go for a Fake Out. He goes into Skarmory, he takes the Fake Out really nicely. Gains all that HP right back, and I'm just going to go for a High Jump Kick, which takes out the Skarmory. He sends out his Sableye, which will probably Will-O-Wisp me with Prankster. But I'm just going to try to go for a High Jump Kick and hope that I can do something. So, I get the crit, which takes that thing right out, which is great. But now here's his Altaria. So I'm just going to have to go for Ice Punches and hope to get a Freeze or a crit or something. Anything, really. I'm just going to let Lopunny go down. It's burnt, can't really do all too much. So that goes down. I'm going to send in Qwilfish here. And I'm going to go for a Taunt. So that way he can't roost or anything. Let me think here. So he sends in that. He sends in his Heat Train. I taunt it. And I'm going to go for the Waterfall. He switches into a Superior. I'm going to hope I could take a Leaf Storm, and I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave here. So he actually misses his Leaf Storm, which is huge. He gets paralyzed. And I'm just going to Waterfall away. Because now he's not a threat to Thundurus, because he doesn't have any speed. He misses another Leaf Storm, which is really unlucky. I'm just going to keep going with Waterfalls, because that's my only offensive move. Now he's fully paralyzed. This guy's just not having good luck right now. No good luck at all. Now he gets to flinch. Oh, I feel so bad for this guy. missing parad flinched. It's disgusting. I'm going to go for a taunt here, now that he revealed the synthesis. So he leaves Storms, that does a lot. And I'm going to go for another Waterfall. I could have gone for a Pain Split, which probably would have done more. Alright, so now it's just Thundurus, who won't be able to win me the game, actually, due to that Stealth Rock damage and Life Orb damage, and doesn't take out Superior. So I go for the Hidden Power Ice. Doesn't matter, I go down to Life Orb damage, and he takes that. So that's the end of this episode. There's going to be one more episode with this team, and I'll see you guys then.